We'll take the 50 pen camera, and oh yeah, look at that. Wall of water right here. So the circulation is going to be right inside of this. That's not what we want to see, okay? You can see rising scud. There's mammatus clouds, rising scud. It's moving right toward this camera.
Look on the front edge.
Here's the front edge, okay? Might be a developing funnel. Yeah, look at that. Look at the rising motion right here. Look at that. Rain curtains, rising motion right here. This is live. This is coming toward Lake Hefner Parkway and the Northwest Expressway. So here's Baptist Hospital. Here's the library. Lake Hefner Parkway is going to be right here. You can actually see it spinning around and wrapping up. These are rain curtains right here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that toward the rising, look at that, rising scud right at the beginning of this. Big heads up for folks north of 36th Street to the Northwest Expressway. It's just off to the west of Lake Hefner Parkway, about to cross it. Let's go back to links, then we're going to go to counter tune. So back to links 1. Back to links 1. Here's that circulation. It's now crossing the Lake Hefner Parkway right here. So it's crossing 66, also known as 39th Street. It's right there at that intersection. It's going to move right over the Northwest Expressway. Here's 50 Penn. It's about to cross right now. Counter tune, go ahead.
Yeah, Aaron, we're headed west, northwest on Newcastle Road. We pulled off of 152 because the traffic is just so bad right now with it being almost 5 o'clock. We're basically right in the middle of this area that we're seeing. I mean, we see nothing visually. We're just locked into this rain. But visually, or radar indicated northeast of Mustang, that area of heaviest rotation, pretty much right over us.
Connor,
right
I'm going to interrupt you for a second. You're doing a great job. Let's take 50 Penn full. Here comes the rain. Here comes the circulation on 50 Penn. Look at this coming in right now. There's embedded signs of tornadic circulation right here. So near Baptist Integris, moving in. So this is coming in right now. The rain curtains just came over, and the tornadic circulation is inside of this right now. So you can see it from downtown Oklahoma City. This is off to the north. A tornado warning continues. If you're in downtown Oklahoma City, if you're in Bethany, it has moved just to the east of you. Nichols Hills, tornado precautions. Interior, lowest room. If you know anybody, let's, keep this shot for just a second. If you know anyone in the village, all right, the village, off to Britton Road, to Hefner Road, off to the east toward the Broadway extension, it's time to get in your tornado shelter, all right? Areas basically between downtown Oklahoma City, 23rd, and northward toward the Broadway extension. It's going to be heading your way next. Let's go back to links. I'm hoping this velocity's come down a little bit. It has somewhat, all right? It's come down a little bit. That's really good. This is good. It's come down somewhat. It's right near Nichols Hills. It's crossing the Northwest Expressway. It's going to move north of the Belle Isle Bridge near the Walmart, and then it's going to move towards 63rd Street and the Broadway extension. So it's going to move basically right toward the KFOR studios. It's moving right toward the KFOR studios. There's our radar, and it's moving right toward our radar in the KFOR studios. So we're getting a really good look at this here. Let's go back to, let's take a look at, switch our radar site here. So we'll watch that. Here's the circulation. There it is. All right, so this last frame you can see, Northwest Expressway, 50th Street, and then up toward Grand. That's where it's right now. So basically class and curve, heads up in the class and curve, 63rd Street, up to Britton, moving right toward the KFOR studios, tornadic circulation right now. Let's go over to Mark Dillard. He's in the southeast metro. Want to check in with him. Mark, real quick, just about 10 seconds here. We got to check in with folks here. Go ahead.
Yeah, Aaron, actually over Choctaw off the Kickapoo Turnpike, northeast 23rd, and you're watching what's the remnants of that large bowl lowering wall cloud feature now kind of lifted up, and it's lifting almost, it'll be on top of the turnpike here in probably the next 2 to 3 minutes, and it's drifting off toward the Luther and Wellston area. So we're going to continue to track this up to the I-44 corridor. But yes, definitely still got lifting and turning with this storm here. And we're going to continue to track it.
All right, Mark Dillard, we just want to let folks know as a precaution, everyone in the newsroom is being evacuated to our building is built to withstand very strong tornadoes, but we're, as a precaution, moving folks in the building away from windows right now in the KFOR studios. We're located at Britton Road and Broadway Extension. So there's 2 circulations. We're watching the one near Choctaw. That's where Mark Dillard is. And then also watching now moving from basically east and southeast of the Village toward about 63rd up to about Britain on Broadway Extension. Let's go back to Links 1. So on Links 1 here, again, this is, we're watching this move. This is our radar site right here. So if you're in the Village, if you're near the library in the Village, the circulation will pass just off to your south and east. If you're in Nichols Hills, the circulation's right over you. You got to be in your tornado shelter now in Nichols Hills. Time has run out. So Britain and Western, it's going to move near Britain and Western. Then it's going to move across the railroad tracks toward the KFOR studios. Okay, let's go to Steve Johnson in the Interceptor. So again, Britain and Western, Britain and Broadway Extension, heads up for that circulation. We've evacuated our newsroom for now. Go ahead.
Circulation tightening up.
Hey, Aaron, I am on the Belle Isle Bridge, I-44 and Classen Boulevard between Classen and Western. I'm right in the middle of this right now. One of the things that I noticed when I was on I-44 heading southbound, like toward the airport, there are a lot of cars out here. It is rush hour right now, and it is tough to see. I mean, I don't have any definition of anything, but the rain is coming down really hard. There's a lot of ponding on the highway, and a lot of people traveling with their hazard lights on. But I'm right in the middle of it right now, and I'm trying to get out ahead of it just to get some sort of definition of anything in here. But I mean, it's coming down in buckets, but there is a lot of traffic out here right now with rush hour going on. Aaron?
Yeah, this is a really bad time for this to be happening, and we were really concerned about that. A lot of cars are out there. I mean, obviously a flooding concern, but we're still watching this rotation here that's moving through the...
Newcastle tornado warning is coming.
Okay, now we're drawing up a tornado warning for Newcastle, so we'll check on that. Let's go to Links. I want to show you the continued tornadic circulation in the heart of the Oklahoma City metro right now. So this has actually moved right toward our building. So it's in, there's this little cone around radars. Cone of silence. You might have heard it from a certain movie. That's where you don't get any data, and it's right around the radar. So it's basically moved right there. So Britain and Western toward Britain and the Broadway Extension, that's where the circulation is. So we're going to change radar sites, then we're going to check up on Newcastle. If you're in Newcastle, time to hit the tornado shelter again, okay? Coming in again. So here's the velocity. Not looking quite as bad. That's really good. It's not looking quite as bad. Still some circulation. It's literally at Britain and Broadway Extension, a little bit of circulation off to the south, so about I-44 and I-35. So a little circulation right there. This continues moving off to the north and east. So that is looking a little bit better right now. Let's go off to Newcastle. This is the new warning. All right, folks, here we go again. Newcastle, it's just about to cross the county line. All right, so this is going to come in from Grady into McLean County. There's the rotation. It's approaching Newcastle right now. If you're in Newcastle, time is running out. Away from windows, lowest level, small room, a closet, a bathroom. This is heading toward Moore. So tornado warning for Moore right now. All right, if you're in Moore, I-35, we already had tornadic circulation go over. We're doing it again. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock right now, and a lot of folks are on the road. If you know someone that's about to leave work and their work is a sturdy structure or sturdy building, call them right now, text them. Phones are going off for these tornado warnings, and tell them, stay at work. If you're in a substantial building, if you have a shelter, stay put right now. There's a lot of traffic on the road. Folks, we got to let this clear through. We got to let it go through. Okay, so Norman, over to Moore, tornado warning. Circulation is over Newcastle right now, and we continue to watch the circulation now that has just cleared the Broadway Extension. So it's now just off to the east of the Broadway Extension. Mark Dillard, he's in eastern Oklahoma County with a continued tornado warning there. We've got 3 in the metro. Go ahead.
Yeah, Aaron, just over that power high line in the center there was more of a kind of a ragged funnel feature that's starting to kind of looks like it's maybe kind of pulling itself apart a little bit. I'm going to pull this camera shot out wide a little bit, and you can see the base, and then basically it's the foot of the mesocyclone that tails off behind it. So continuing to watch this. I'm on Kickapoo Turnpike, just to the north of the 23rd Street exit, and the power plant is basically right off to my east here, the Horseshoe Power Plant. So folks here in eastern Oklahoma County, you know where we're at. So I'm going to go up the Kickapoo here, right along with this the circulation center up to the Luther exit, and then eventually up toward Wellston. So just want to keep folks in mind as we progress along here. We also have the storms that are off to the west side and south side of the metro again, and we may be doing this kind of a training effect over some of the same areas again here in the next 20, 30 minutes. Back to you.
All right, sounds good. All right, appreciate that, Mark Dillard. Let's go over to Steve Johnson. He's in the North Metro. Steve, you were right where this was crossing, this developing circulation was crossing. It was moving right over the Classen curve and now continues to look just off to the east of the Broadway extension. So this is a heads up for extreme northeastern Oklahoma County, approaching the Kilpatrick Turnpike. And we're talking about Eastern Boulevard and the Kilpatrick Turnpike. Go ahead, Steve Johnson.
Hey, Aaron, I am down here on I-44, just coming up in between MLK and I-44. Again, the rain just keeps coming down really hard. It is tough to see anything. And there's still, again, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of traffic out here with it being rush hour. Visibility is not very good. So I can't make out anything other than the rain coming down. And it's coming down kind of sideways from the south to the north right now. I do hear the tornado sirens going off where I am right now, but I'm just trying to get caught up into, get out in front of this thing, or try to get out in front of this thing, just so I can see something and report it back to you, Aaron.
Okay, appreciate that. The tornadic circulation right now, live KFOR radar on Lynx 1. So we'll show you where this is. It has passed the KFOR studios, okay? It's just past us. It went literally right over our radar. Radar's still running, so that's good, okay? The circulation went over the radar. We're still getting data here. That's a good sign. The circulation is now passed just a little bit off to the south. So this is going to be north of the zoo between Frontier City. So Hefner Road to Britton Road to Wilshire Road and I-35. Folks in that area need to be in your tornado safe areas right now. It's going to cross I-35 in about 5 minutes. There it is right there. So we'll zoom in. So this is going to be north of the zoo. So the circulation, we're going to stop it right now. So we're going to stop this. Here's the circulation. It's going to be Bryant approaching Coltrane and I-35 right now. It's on top I-35-44, that intersection, approaching Coltrane, moving off to the east now. So that's where the tornadic circulation in the North Metro is.